crucial knowledge about economic trends, government policies, and other issues that can affect business in Africa's rapidly evolving market are some of the insights to be gained at Vantage Forum, an upcoming high-profile business and economic outlook event organized by the Elevation Church, a dynamic non-denominational Christian ministry. According to the lead pastor of the Elevation Church, Godman Akinlabi, Vantage Forum is a veritable platform for crafting broad-based agendas that can stimulate economic growth for the country and the African continent as a whole. The event will feature industry experts such as Hibet Wigwe, that's Chief Executive Officer of Access Bank, Yewande Sadiku, Executive Secretary, Nigerian Export Promotion Commission, and also Olusegun Omishakin, who's the Director of Research and Chief Economist at Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, amongst others. Very important. And key business leaders, they're joining me live in the studio to get more insight into what the forum holds for Africans this year. We have the chairman organizing committee for Vantage Forum 2020 and a lead member of the committee, Mr. Adewale Onadekohe and Mrs. Molade Adeni. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me start. I said, ladies first, I'm going to start here. now, what is Vantage Forum? Tell us more about it. I know I tried to explain in my intro, but what is the aim of hosting such high-level business summit?
Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for having us on the studio today. Vantage Forum is an entrepreneurship advancement initiative of the Elevation Church, and it's consistent with the mission of the church, which is to resource people. The church is about people. So we resource people by bringing them together in such a high-level event to share information, to let people know the direction of the economy for the year so that as they plan their businesses, they can have the right information. And of course, when they have the right information, they will be able to make the right plans, and then they will be able, to move their businesses forward. That's really the objective of the Vantage Forum, and we hold it every year at the start of the year.
Let me ask Molade the next question. This is the 6th edition.
This is the 6th edition.
And I'm thinking, why the church is getting involved in this. But before I go there, what impact do you think this summit has had on Nigerian business climate as a whole?
So I think, the best way to approach it is to say, knowledge is power, right? We believe that if we can equip people with the right knowledge on what the outlook is like for the economy, not even just from Nigeria. So we'll talk about our theme later, but not just even from a Nigeria perspective, but even from Africa and even globally. What are those trends that are happening? What are those things that people need to start focusing on to move their business from 0 to 100, or to move their business from where it is today to where they want it to be by the end of the year? So the impact is huge, and it's not just for entrepreneurs, but it's also for people in careers, senior managers, senior leaders, startups, whoever it is. But it's how do I equip myself with the right information, with the right knowledge, so that I can actually begin to move my business from A to B to where I need it to be. And we've had many people who have come to share their experiences and what they have learned, or the knowledge they have gained, or even the networking, because let's not forget that there's ample networking opportunities as well, and how that has actually helped their business grow and become, more than they even envisaged that it could be.
We're all trying to become entrepreneurs here, and I wonder one day we will get people to work in the banks and in offices like this, where we all become our own business owners. Let's focus on the theme of this year now, harnessing opportunities through business innovation in Africa's 1.3 billion people market. Everybody's talking about Africa now. Even Asians, everybody want to come here. What is this thing about Africa? Why is the Elevation Church also looking at this African population and the continent as a whole?
Look, Africa is where the game is right now.
Yes.
Growth has stagnated in other markets, and people are really looking for where can I deploy capital and where can I maximize returns. And that's really why everybody is focusing on Africa. For us, this is a big deal. The African Union, sat about 6 years ago and set out the Agenda 2063, which is really seeing an Africa that is, integrated, an Africa that is prosperous. And some of the steps towards that is this economic integration. So the Africa Free Continental Free Trade Agreement is one of those steps to say, let's bring Africa together, let's collapse all those borders, and let's have one economically integrated continent called Africa. That comes to about 1.3 billion people, and that's the population of India. So when you think about this Africa CFTA, think about India. It's a GDP, combined GDP of about $2.5 trillion. It's spending of about $4 trillion. So it's a big deal. And look, for us at the Elevation Church, the reasoning is this. Look, you cannot, if you live in an island and there's a tsunami coming, you can't pretend as if you don't live in the island. When Africa CFTA, kicks off about July, thereabout, boundaries will suddenly be removed. And if you are offering a service in Nigeria and Africa CFTA kicks in, somebody sitting on the beach in Cape Town, South Africa, will be able to offer that same service, maybe cheaper than your cost of offering that service. So it's a big deal. And so we cannot afford to leave it unattended. And that's really why we're bringing it to the fore, to say, let's come together, let's discuss what this free trade agreement is all about and how it can impact businesses and everybody in the Elevation Church. Like you said, almost everybody has one business or the other, and you work in one organization or the other. So it's very important that we come together and discuss what are the impacts so that we can all better position for what this holds.
Well, I don't want to talk about the theme. I know you want to say something about the theme. Yeah, you can make your point.
No, I think I would just sort of piggyback off what Mr. Wale has said around the theme and why it is critical for today and now. It is not just about, we need to really start looking outside of our comfort zone. There is a big boom about to happen. And they've been talking about it for a while. And if you're not positioning yourself properly, if you don't even understand what's going to happen, how do you even tap into those opportunities? So we're saying come. The theme is all about how do you better prepare yourself for what is coming, such that when you see that opportunity, and when that opportunity comes, you are able to seize it and actually begin to run with it and begin to do amazing things. And let me address your point around entrepreneurs. We're not just targeting entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Even as an entrepreneur, wherever you are, you need people that would help you, support you in your business to be able to grow. So it's really for anybody who is saying, you know what, I want to grow a business, whether it's the one that I'm running or is the one that I am working in at the moment as an employee, and I want to be able to take that business to the next level. So it cuts across everybody.
Let me stay with you now. Let's look at these speakers, because I know when it comes to speakers, you should be able to tell us. I've seen Wigwe here. That's somebody that I know. Yeah, I was still hearing him talk at the This Day Awards some weeks ago, some days ago actually. And making his point about how to grow the banking industry, the challenges they face, and all of that. Tell us more about the speakers and what we should expect, the kind of people we will meet at the event.
Yes, thank you. So the speakers have been carefully selected based off of the theme that we have and what it is that we're trying to achieve. So we have a keynote address, or a keynote speaker, which would be Ms. Yewande Sadiku. She's the Executive Secretary and the CEO of the NIPC. And, she comes with a wealth of knowledge. When we're talking about this whole Africa continent, I don't know that anybody can do better justice to it than she can. We have Dr. Herbert Wigwe, who is the CEO of Access Bank PLC. And as we all know, if we're talking about who can actually begin to grow business, I mean, we all know what happened in 2018 with the bank and, and with the merger with Diamond Bank and where we are today. But, it's huge growth.
Yeah, it is.
And we're hoping that he's going to, not hoping, we know that he's going to come and just tell business owners or entrepreneurs, if you want to grow your business, these are some of the principles, these are the things that are working, and hopefully he will share his knowledge on that. And we also have Dr. Olusegun Omishakin, who is the chief economist from the NESG. Now, if we are talking about economic outlook, I don't know that you can get better than having someone who knows his onions more than Dr. Omishakin. So a lot of us also, we're not very, you read about all these economic things, but you're not clear. This jargon to a lot of us. So he's going to come and simplify it and know exactly what do these terms mean, what is the outlook, and where do we need to tap in. And of course, we cannot forget the convener of the Vantage Forum. That's our lead pastor, Pastor Godman Akinlabi. I mean, his wealth of knowledge from leadership, strategic planning, etc. So, I mean, I'm just looking forward to this. I have my notepad ready, the notes that I get every year. I take it back to my business and I tell the people, you guys, this is what we have to do to move to the next level. So yes, amazing bouquet of speakers we have lined up.
A lot has been said there now. Let me come here now. Let's look at the benefits now for both startups, aspiring entrepreneurs. Let's highlight some of the benefits for them.
Look, Vantage Forum is for everybody, from the aspiring entrepreneur who comes and gets inspired, you know, listening to people talk, listening to a Dr. Wigwe who runs a Pan-African business. You get inspired. For the small-sized business, for the medium-sized business, it's an opportunity to also network. You find people in your industry, in your class, and you will get something off someone at that meeting. For very senior people, of course, it's also an opportunity for them to come and network. They meet themselves and all of that. But more importantly, there's also an exhibition. So people have the opportunity, you know, to exhibit what their trade is about. So we have an exhibition segment of the event where people can actually showcase, you know, what they have to offer. Overall, everybody is coming to learn. Everybody is coming to hook up onto something that you can take away and really say, Vantage Forum 2020 was really useful for me.
How much does it cost me to register if I want to come?
It's absolutely free.
Yep,
it's absolutely free. But we just encourage everyone to register so that we can plan. We can plan for a number of people coming. We can plan for light refreshment. I know people will like to.
That would be very interesting. Let me ask you this then. We've already talked about, okay, when exactly is the event? I know we've highlighted that, but you can still stay on it.
Talk about
and
it.
how can people get registered?
So it's this Thursday, so 3 days from today.
Yes, 3 days.
Yes, it's Thursday, 30th of January. Doors are open from 9 a.m. And at the Elevation,
no African time.
There's no African time. I was just going to say, at the Elevation Church, we're very, very excellence is in everything that we do, including starting on time. So we don't do African time. So 9 a.m. we start at this Thursday at the Elevation Church, the Pistis Conference Center, which is 1 Resurrection Drive. It is after the World Oil petrol station in around Jack on the Lekki Ekpe Express. So please be there on time. I mean, you can find more information. We've said so many things. Follow us at Elevation NG on social media, on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, everything, all the channels.
Everywhere.
So you can get more information on there. And to register, it's www.elevationng.org/Vantage Forum. Very simple.
Again, please.
www.elevationng.org/Vantage Forum.
Parting shot from you.
See you all on Thursday. Please, you can't afford to miss it.
Yes.
Anyone? Any other word?
I don't know what you have planned for Thursday, but whatever it is, cancel it. This is more important. Be
All
there.
right. All right. I must thank you so very much. This has been so interesting. Chairman Organizing Committee, Mr. Tio Adewale Onodeko, and Mrs. Molade Adeni. Thank you very much for joining us on Business Nigeria.
Thank you for having us.
Pass this message, letting people know what they should expect on Thursday. I should be there too.
Good. We look forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you for your time. Well.